You ever heard of him? I think so, I said. There was a pause. Actually, no, I admitted. It's a private company that specializes in luxury camping, he said. In other words, the devil incarnate. I pictured a demon pitching a diamond-encrusted tent. I see, I said. There's a bunch of them in the business, he said. Somebody takes you out to the trailhead or wherever it is you want to go, and they set up the camp for you, cook your food, wipe your butt. It's a thing now. I could picture this grizzled ranger shaking his head the way older folks did when lamenting the habits of the younger generation. My parents did it too. These damn millennials, he went on. I don't know why they can't just stay in their fancy apartments and watch a nature show. As a rule, I rather enjoyed listening to the older generation complain about clueless youth, but I didn't want to be standing on the line of fire any longer than I had to. Mr. Corrigan, I only get involved if you suspect a crime has been committed. I tucked my head against the wind. Is that what you're telling me? He let the silence play out for a bit before asking, How old are you, ma'am? Pardon? 'Cause I'm 68. I've been a ranger in Sequoia for coming on 45 years. I've dealt with hundreds of lost hikers, and let me tell you, the world's changed. The young folk, now, they come up here with all kind of gadgets. It's real hard to get lost these days. I don't know, sir, I said with gentle skepticism, fully aware that my ranger guides were listening in. I hear it still happens from time to time? Not if you're camping with the likes of Glampist. Is it possible they went off on their own? He sucked in a breath. It's possible, but like I said, these types don't like to do any actual work out here. They don't explore, hike, whatever. Some of them hire mules or a private chopper to drop them off at the campsite. God forbid they lift a finger. Was there any blood at the campsite? Signs of a struggle? My ranger didn't report that, no. I wondered how reliable this ranger was. In Yosemite, a lot of the rangers were lifers, in larger part because YOSAR, Yosemite Search and Rescue Team, was world-renowned, but Sequoia was a much smaller and lesser-known national park than its neighbor to the north. Corrigan's ranger could very well be a kid fresh out of high school with no investigative experience whatsoever. Tell me again when he found the campsite, I said. About an hour ago. He was up there conducting a wildlife survey. Today was Monday, April 8th. I made a note of the date and time of the discovery on my hand because my iPad had died, which was unfortunate for all kinds of reasons. I used the same model that was issued to the military for their missions, but mine, somehow, had decided to crap out on me an hour into the hike up Line of Fire. The only good news was that I had a pen from a La Quinta Inn in my jeans pocket. Any clues to where they might have gone? I asked him. Footprints? No, not up there. It's all rock. How about search and rescue? Have you mobilized your local resources? He pushed out a breath. Not yet. I called the glamping company again, and they told me there's no problem on their end. Did they give you the names of who was camping there? No, ma'am. Of course not. My mentors at ISB had told me about these luxury camping services and their obsession with protecting their clientele's privacy, but I had yet to interface with any of them. It made sense that Sequoia or Yosemite, the parks with relatively easy access to Silicon Valley and Hollywood, would be the first to go that way. Corrigan asked, You nearby? I'm in Yosemite, I said. On a mountain, actually. Might not be worth your time, then. Got a storm moving in. The weather's irrelevant, Mr. Corrigan. You called me, so I'll be there. I was already picturing the drive down the 41 to the 99, which I'd done once as part of a training assignment. Aside from the first and last 30 minutes, which took place on mountain roads, the route down to Sequoia was the kind that could crush your soul or lull you to sleep, depending on your mood. The highlight was Fresno at the halfway point, with its abundance of chain restaurants and fast food joints. I always relished a late-night stop at In-N-Out Burger, even though I'd never admit that to a guy like Corrigan. I checked my watch. By the time I get off this mountain,